Who is bro? I'm me, bitch. Where you from? CPT, bitch. What you claim? I don't bang, I do me, bitch. Mafioso, KMG shit. Who is bro? What you mean, bitch? I'm running up a check.
I wanna be.
What you claim?
Like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. That motherfucker ain't stable. So y'all been having technical difficulties over here. Trying to get these little device holders to fucking hold. I had the little circle light thing, the clamp broke on a nigga. Anyway, we ain't got time for that. Let's get to it. Who is bro TV? Wait, I ain't looking at the camera right. Let's get it right. Episode 3, we gotta step it up. Who is bro TV? Episode motherfucking 3. Episode 3, Who is bro TV? What's the deal? It's your host, Jack Morris. The topic today is LeBron versus Jordan. Jordan versus LeBron. Who is the GOAT? Who is the greatest of all time? Something that they talk about at least like once a month on First Take, on all them shows, all them fucking sports shows, Shannon and Skip Bayless, so hating ass. I'm a Cowboy fan, but I can't stand that he a Cowboy fan. That's real shit. But anyway, we're going to get through this one. I'm learning. We're going to get through this one. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out how to keep the shit flowing, keep the shit going at all times, make sure this shit stay entertaining and interesting. You understand what I'm saying? Even if I got to start talking like a pimp in this motherfucker, because you know what I'm saying? You take 2 fish, you hook it up to a goddamn... No, I don't. I don't got none of them. Take 2 fish, you... All right, I need to stop, being into my own shit, I guess, because if you ask me, nigga, I am fucking hilarious. If you motherfuckers don't be laughing at the shit I be laughing at, I don't even give a fuck, because I am having a great motherfucking time. But before I start the show, let me do the promo of the week. It's going to be Photo Pre, entrepreneur, artist, photographer, et cetera, graphic design artist, et cetera. My partner in business, someone who's very near and dear and close to my heart, Princess Wyman. Make sure you go to her page. I'm going to put it up. You're going to see it like right now. All right, you saw that. So, yeah. She do great pictures. You can go look on her page right now, at Photo Pre on Instagram. You can see her work. You can book with her. She also dabbles in graphic art, graphic design, stuff like that. Cover art. She's looking and trying to get your shit going. Yeah, hell of a talent. I just like to take time out to make sure I showcase and promote the people I fuck with. And some of the people that I don't. Every week, I'm going to promote something. So if you want to get your shit promoted on my show, hit me up. I'll shout you out one of these days on one of these shows. I'm only going to do one a week. So, well, at least for now, until we start making real money, and then we'll start promoting all type of shit. But anyway, excuse me. A little gassy, man. Had the wine and the prosciutto and the salami and the... No, we didn't even have prosciutto. We had salami and pepperoni. Oh, man. The cheese was cracking. I even bust out some of them big Trader Joy oysters last night. Them shits was fire. And the wine was like a little carbonate. So, yeah, I got old nigga issues right here with this shit. Y'all niggas, y'all see what I'm talking about. Y'all, actually, you might be dealing with it now. You just too young and stupid to really... But nah, my shit is... Yeah, I'm gonna need a Tums or something later in a minute. But anyway, with these old nigga problems, let's really get down to it. Jordan versus LeBron. Jordan versus LeBron. I want to start saying, like, basically, I think the argument itself is perpetuated by media. I think the argument in itself is just used as a headline, as clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the reason why we still have these conversations about who's the great, who's the GOAT, is because that's what the media needs to sell. That's what the media needs to tell. And then haters, you know, and we all haters at different times. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got your team and your team got beat by one nigga your whole like life, like you gonna hate that nigga. You're not gonna be like, oh yeah, that nigga's the greatest. So you imagine like all the people in Detroit, all the people in Boston that ain't giving that acknowledgement just based on that bias alone, that they Boston Celtic fans or Detroit Pistons fans or saw the whole thing go down with the bad boys in Chicago back in the day. So you got that. That's, there's the bias, the emotional bias. That muddies up the argument to me. People watch these games, watch Jordan back in the day, watch Kobe, watch LeBron, and you get these feelings, man. You remember these moments in time. It's classic. It's great. You watch greatness on display, and they touched you in a certain way. You was going through a thing at that time in your life, and maybe this was like the only joy that you was getting out of your life, and so you feel more endeared to your person. What else? Yeah, I mean, that's my first, like, basic argument of it all. Sorry. Got a little... Stop moving. So, yeah, got a little message and shit. I should left that shit alone. But anyway, yeah, so that's really my thing, like, against it all. There is no best. Just greatness. There is no number one of anything. Oh, well, Jordan won 6 rings, never lost, 6 MVP finals. Now, I'm going to show you, like, how you can offset things. I'm going to show you. If you want to make the argument. This argument is going to go forever. People are going to talk about it forever. But I'm going to shut it down in my own way by saying, ain't no best. Ain't no one guy the best guy. Never. First of all, does Jordan ever say that he's the greatest basketball player of all time? You ever hear Jordan say that? Show me a quote. Show me a picture. Show me Jordan saying he's the best basketball player of all time. Now, so many will go to bat and say that he is. Mostly the older generation. Mostly the people who actually got to see this man work. And they're right. He was the best of his era, of his time, which is, we say, for me, prime Jordan could probably start somewhere around the late 80s going into the early 90s. I saw this man play. I ain't gonna even lie, I'm a Laker fan. When Jordan had his first chance to win the championship, strike me down. I was going for Jordan. Magic, they did it. I seen them do it a gang of times. Maybe I'm just a practical dude. Maybe I don't take sports as serious as I'm supposed to or whatever the fuck. But I was going for Jordan. I was a Jordan fucking fan. Every shoe that he had, probably up until I was in high school, I had them. Every shoe. Hair Jordans, 2s, 3s, 4s. I remember I had some white. I think they were 6s. And I wanted the black one, so I took shoe polish and polished my white Jordans black. Fucked them up, man. Got my ass whooped by my grandma. Shout you out, grandma. Thank you for lacing me and keeping me tight. But yeah, man. Eras, man. Jordan was the greatest of his era. You know what I'm saying? Jordan was the most dominant of his era. But we can't ever say who's the best, who's ever the greatest, unless you can pluck these individuals and drop them in those eras and see how they perform. Oh, it was hand checking. Oh, it was the defense. Oh, man, you go back and look at the way the game has evolved and changed over the years, and I'll let y'all do that shit. You take this shit that I'm giving you now, just basically some straight up perspective, and then if you feel still compelled to go find something else to go, prove your point or, whatever. There's plenty of YouTube shows that got analytics and numbers and all that shit. I ain't got time for that shit. Maybe down the line we get the production value up and I'll start putting up graphs and and all that. This shit ain't gonna happen. You can already see that now. You can look at a nigga like me. Nah, this is all entertainment, baby. We ain't got time for all that shit, man. This ain't no goddamn documentary. But it is, but it's not. But it is, but it's not. I don't fucking know. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling good. I'm enjoying the day. The day been weird as fuck, though. I've been a struggle, my nigga. I ain't even gonna get into that. We don't even talk about negative shit. Let me take a sip. I wanna be like Mike. I wanna be like Mike. Anyway, So yeah, this is my argument, man. Like eras, baby. You go back to like when Jordan played. If you want to like I'm gonna do pros and cons. So let's say with Jordan, I named all the accolades, MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year awards. I mean, he's the most decorated basketball player probably of all time, right? Up to this point, LeBron is like coming up and kind of snatching a lot of those things down. There's certain things LeBron won't have that Jordan had, scoring titles and whatnot. But to be truthful, like Jordan was one of the few players that actually was winning scoring titles and winning championships. A lot of the teams back in the day that, whoever the scoring leader was, he rarely won championships. You can go look that shit up. I'm not feeling, in 1975, you go look at Ray Lucas, he was, I ain't doing like that shit, but you just have to take my motherfucking word for it. That, to me, Jordan, the knock against Jordan, you got all the like good shit, right? The knock against Jordan for me was, who like was his predecessors? When you look back, like Bird, Magic, right? Wilt Russell, two big dudes, two big men, that matched up, similar positions and occupy like similar areas of the court. You feel me? Bird, Magic, forwards, big dudes, ball handlers, skill players, passing, not maybe the best defenders. Decent scorers, defense, great offensive innovators. Bird and Magic was. They had each other. You had a lot of other cats that was like in that 6'8", 6'9" range, balling out. But when I go back and I look at Jordan, I'm like, who did Jordan have to like compete against him directly? Clyde Drexler? This nigga say Clyde Drexler? Clyde Drexler was dope. Shouting him out. NBA champion, all that shit out down in Houston. Can I get you to be still, my nigga? Like, you see we thugging over here. I hope y'all bear with me, because this shit feels like it has to, like, shake a lot more than it really needs to. And it's pissing me off. Can you be still? Fucking that perpetual motion theory is a motherfucker, ain't it? See, straight too. But I'm running out of fucking time fucking with this. Anyway, I'm gonna just have to hold that one. Anyway, so thank you for like bearing with a nigga, man. I hope y'all enjoying this show. But anyway, Jordan didn't really have no predecessors. Jordan didn't really have no equals, in my opinion. Dominique was kind of more of a small forward, power guard like combination. I can't really pull anybody out of my mind that like was anywhere near close to Jordan, was competing with Jordan, was competing with Jordan for that mantle of best player. Now, Kobe, who's not in this argument, but if you want to make a case for Kobe had to go against T-Mac, Allen Iverson, Steve Francis, Vince Carter. Come on, there's a lot more guys that came and went. If y'all feel free, y'all could go look the motherfuckers up. But you get the point. He went against Jordan. He went against LeBron. Yeah. So Kobe actually had to go against the Michael Finleys of the world. Shit like that, bro. Like, Kobe had a lot of all-stars that he actually had to compete and go head-to-head with. Paul Pierces of the world. The Ray Allens and shit like that. So you see how this list is already stacking up against Jordan's actual head-to-head competition within his era. He dominated his era. Yes, he did. When it was Kobe's time, Kobe dominated as well. He won championships. LeBron, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, as much as he lost and this and that. First of all, none of us have the right to sit here and criticize any of these fucking athletes that's out here balling the fuck out and going in a player that went to 8 straight NBA finals in a modern era. That's a big fucking deal. I don't care how you want to downplay it, how much you hate LeBron, how much you mad that he did the Girls and Boys Club interview and all that shit. That's a big fucking deal. You know how hard it is? Some players go their whole career and never get to one championship. Some of these cats that you might even think is better than LeBron, Ain't nowhere near close to going to competing for the title as much as he did. Now, that is a knock against LeBron. You're not 500 in the finals. That's tough. That's tough when it's a nigga walking around 6-0. It's tough. But that man that's 6-0, he can't do what LeBron do. Can LeBron do what he do? Kinda. But then I guess we can start talking about teammates, the teammates LeBron has had, but also look at the teams he's going against. He's going against some pretty stiff competition over the years. You can go back and look at the teams if you want yourself. You can downplay it, upplay it, however the fuck you want. But either way, those were some great teams that he lost to in the finals, period. I'm running out of time, so I got to wrap this motherfucker up. But like I said, there's no best because of pace of the game, eras, the personnel in the league at the time. It's eras, baby. It's whatever that time period where you was the greatest. You know, it's multiple players that just lock down eras. I would say Bird and Magic probably share the 80s. Nah, Magic. I would say Kobe got the 2000s, early 2000s, and I got LeBron taking over the 2010s, and Jordan had the 90s. Kareem had the 70s. Dr. J, some people shared it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, what we need to focus on and recognize is greatness. I don't care who you root for. I don't care who your team is. These motherfuckers out here is just being great, man. And y'all need to stop arguing and stop falling for the fucking sucker shit that the media want to get you caught up in. And you keep making these lame-ass arguments about why Jordan is the best, why LeBron is the best. It's eras. They all the best. They all the greatest. That's my opinion. Thank y'all for fucking with me. Who is Bro TV? I hope y'all enjoyed the show. It was a little crazy. I'm sitting here actually holding this fucking camera because this one I got holding it now is a little bouncy, so that's something we're gonna have to correct before the next show. But man, fuck it, we thugging. We brand new. Episode 3, Who is Bro TV? I'm out. Find yourself.
Bro. I'm me, bitch. Where you from? CPT, bitch. What you claim? I don't bang, I do me, bitch. Mafioso, KMG shit. Who is bro? What you mean, bitch? I'm running up a check. I ain't looking for a dream, bitch. What you claim?